Hi, I'm Mary Director and I'm a Fun Stamper's Journey Coach. Today I'm going to show you how to make this water marbling technique so that you can use it as backgrounds for your cards or also for other accent pieces on your cards and scrapbooking and other paper crafting projects. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Mary Director, I'm a Fun Stamper's Journey Coach, and I am a manager. I have a blog, it's KreatesKardsJourney.blogspot.com. I also have a website, my business website is funstampersjourney.com/MaryDirector, and I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/KreatesKardsJourney. I'll bring this back at the end of the video. What I'm using is our media tray, and it's TO-0122. Typically you would use this for if you're going to add glitter, if you're working with something like our sparkle dust, any of that you want to keep it contained. I do have water in this and it's got a cap. Now mine isn't leaking. I cannot guarantee yours won't leak if you're going to use it, so you may want to put it inside of another plastic container, like if you have a plastic cake pan or just something. This works for me, so I am going to use it. I filled this up about halfway with water. This technique uses our silks, and today I'm going to use Outrageous Pink, Electric Lime, Sour Lemon, and also our bronze silk. Now the silks currently are $4.95 in our current catalog, and as of 1 July they are going up $1 in cost, just so you're aware. So if this is something you want to try and you want to purchase your silks, this week is a good time to do it because they're currently at the lower price. When you do this, you want to shake your silks well. You want to make sure that the residue that's at the bottom is, you can see it here on the gold one. See the separation? You want to make sure that you get that shaken well enough that it's all blended in. Also, when you do this, you want to work quickly because the silks will settle to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to use the color splash sheets. They're JM-0076. There's 20 sheets in a package, and they're A2 size, which means they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I find that the watercolor paper is thicker, and it's easier with this technique because we're actually going to submerge the cardstock. And so I really like the color splash sheets for this. Okay, so I'm going to shake up the lemon, shake the lime, again bronze silk, and I'll shake it just a bit before we do it. I just want to make sure that these are well mixed before we get started. And there's not you don't have to do it color by color. You just, there's not an order. You just do it as you want. Okay, so I've shaken it. I'm going to drop in and you splatter it. You can see it. The yellow may not show up too well on the camera for you. Let's hope these other colors will. When they go into the water, they spread, and by adding more color, we're having them blend into each other. Okay, and this is the bronze. The bronze is one of my favorites. I haven't used it before in this technique, so it'll be interesting to see how it shows. I just really like the metallic look to it. Okay, now you can start to see, it's kind of like an oil spill. It, it spreads out. Okay, now we're going to add the pink to it. I've taken off my rings, any jewelry, so there's no chance I get ink into them. It's just plain the color splash sheet. I'm going to set it down into the water. If it comes up over the back, it's okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. Then we're going to set it off to the side so that it'll dry. Now, if I take a second sheet in now, I still will get the color, but I won't get the intensity that I got with the first one. And sometimes you actually need to kind of run it across the bottom to pick the color up. See the difference? But again, this is a beautiful background. It's just much, much lighter. And now these pieces of paper are truly saturated, so we're going to put them off to the side. I have paper towels, and I also have a hard plastic protector underneath, because it's going to take a while for these to completely dry. Now what I want to do is I want to do one with a little more. I don't need to do anything with this. It doesn't need to be cleaned. I can just keep going. This one I want a little more green in it. So let's see if I can. Now the silks can be thinned out with water, so it's not a problem. You know, if you wanted to put the brush in, you could, but if you do this, please wash your brush off to the side. You don't want to get too much water into your silks, and really you're better off if you just splatter the color in, like, you know, like this, where we're tapping it. Oh, the pinks really do well. Okay, well, let's see how that one looks. That one was mostly pink and green. And again, we're just taking the piece of paper, I'm setting it right down into the water so that it, and then I'm just going to lift it up. And there's one of the techniques. This one, because it's so light, I'm not going to add to it. I'm not going to do it a second time. This time, let's add in a little bit of grape. Let's get a little more color into it. Again, I'm not going to clean this up because most of the color's gone to the bottom anyway. I love the purples, my favorite color. Okay, and that I know you can see in the screen. And we'll add a little more pink into this. Okay, and this will be our final card. Again, it's just water with the silks. There's not a right or wrong way to do it. Lift it up. Oh, look at that one. So just to show you the differences. Now, once these dry, I can cut them up with dies. I can stamp over the top. As they're drying, they're going to curl, but they will flatten out. I find if I'm going to use this as a back of a card or a background piece, that if I use our liner tape and put a little extra so it has secure, it's securely adhered to the card base, that it does much better. I can stamp, I can die cut. For an example, one of the cards that I did earlier in the previous video had fish that I had done. And what I had done was I had taken the marbling like this, and I actually stamped on top of it and then die cut the fish, so the fish are marbled, not the background. The background, that's actually cardstock, printed cardstock. So there's just lots of ways you can do this. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Again, if you'd like to purchase product or follow me on my blog or on Facebook, here's the information. And my business website is funstampersjourney.com/Mary Director. Thank you.